Hey girls, it's Katie, officially coming to you from the third trimester. 28 weeks by everybody's count. This is third trimester. So excited. I can't believe that we only have 12 weeks to go, thereabouts. I really like that now I can tell people I'm 7 months pregnant. That really sounds like something, you know, people always respond really positively. So it's cool. It's really hard to believe we're in the home stretch, but we're just gonna make the most of this time in every way. Super excited for everything to come. One thing I forgot to mention a while ago, I think I'm down to we have 84 days to go, I think, from today. But one thing I wanted to share with you, when we hit the 100-day mark, I decided to we sent an email to family and friends who are parents. Because our family and friends are sort of scattered all over the place, we want to still stay connected to people that we really care about and have their input in preparing for this baby. So we sent an email. In it, we asked for each person or couple's sort of top 5 must-haves for the first month or 3 months, sort of like newborn period. It was something we started asking people early on when we found out when we told people we were pregnant. But we just wanted to sort of get something in writing. We did sort of expand and ask for general sort of advice. I think that can be hard to hear people's advice when you don't want to hear it later on when you're figuring things out, and I know we'll have an adjustment period where we'll figure out what works for us and sort of how we're going to, how our family is going to work. And maybe at that point I'm not going to be interested in everybody's advice that may not be in line with ours. But at this point, we just wanted to have sort of a resource to refer to, just to sort of see different people's perspectives, where they're coming from, all people that we know and respect. I guess as a way of also knowing in the future sort of who to call with certain questions. If people offer a lot of advice and support about breastfeeding, then that is somebody I feel like in the future I will know that they're a good person for me to call and sort of confide in. So I just wanted to share that as something that we did that I think is gonna be really beneficial for us, and like I said, just help us stay connected to people who live far away. I forgot to mention it because I've been super forgetful this week. I think it's mostly sleep deprivation. It's finally really hitting me. I've gotten a lot of weird looks from my boss this week when I'm completely. I've always caught myself so far, as far as I know. But I know that I'm sort of dropping the ball on things, and I realize after the fact, oh, that's right, I meant to talk to you about this or whatever. There's just been a lot going on, and I just am not getting enough rest, I think, to, stay with it. I'm stuck in this 4 a.m. wake up time, and normally I get up at 6:30, so losing the extra 2.5 hours over time is starting to take a toll. Maybe next week will be better. So the baby at 28 weeks is give or take around 2 pounds, and I can feel that, this baby's starting to get heavy. And I really love how sort of interactive, how constant the movement is now, and how I always feel like I have a companion. I can pretty much at any time touch my tummy and get some kicks or some movement. That's really great. However, I've gotten a lot of strong kicks in sort of the gap between, so your abdominal muscles separate in pregnancy because they just can't stretch that much. So the sort of 2 lines of, muscles that you have running down your front separates. So there's like a gap. I can feel it. It's just a softer area where there's not muscle underneath the skin now. It's probably, I don't know, 2 inches wide or something like that, but there's a strip. And baby likes to get like elbows and knees and feet and stuff right in that gap and kick really hard. And it hurts. And I imagine with less space that's only going to get worse, but yeah, that's a little bit unpleasant. Every time I'm like, hey man, be nice, you know? Only other physical change this week is that officially I've gone up another cup size, which actually sucks because I didn't want to have to get new bras at this point. I think when my milk comes in, I'm probably going to go up another cup size. So I was really hoping that the bras I had bought for this pregnancy, I bought them with room. I thought that they would hopefully last me, but it doesn't look like that is going to be true. Part of me just wants to manage so that I can invest in sort of like better nursing bras later on. So I don't know, I'll probably go the secondhand route. Yeah, just to fill the gap. Got a yoga ball this week, which I plan to use in labor, and I'm already using it a lot. My yoga instructor does a special workshop for couples in how you can use the ball in labor. So I'm looking forward to that, and sort of it's helping me with some of my low back pain, and it's just kind of fun to like just bounce around the house a little bit. I found out that my sister-in-law is sending me her super fancy Medela pump and style, like deluxe or something like that, like really great double electric breast pump. I always feel like I can do without stuff, and I like to just keep things simple. So as I showed you before, I just got like just a manual pump and figured like I would just make do. And I wasn't really interested in purchasing a breast pump. I thought maybe if it was really necessary, we could rent one later on. But I will definitely take a hand-me-down. So that's awesome. I think it'll be a real time saver. I wanted to share a really great article I came across. I'm going to put the link below. It's on the website Babbel. I found this list that I really, really liked. I printed it out and gave it to Mike, and he read it and really liked it too. It's called 10 Home Birth Lessons for the Hospital. And since we are having hospital birth, but I had always really been interested in home birth, and that's something that is definitely on the table for any future pregnancies. I just thought it was really great. Well, check it out and you'll see. Coming up this week, we are starting our birth classes. It goes for 4 weeks, and it's just offered through the hospital. So we wanted to do them early so that we could sort of assess at the end of this month sort of where we're at and where we feel like we might need more support or more information. So I'm excited to get that started. Thank you to the people who gave me recommendations about choosing a pediatrician. It was really helpful. I'm definitely going to take a lot of your advice into consideration. I've been doing a lot of research this week, and I'm looking forward to meeting some other couples at this birth class who are maybe a little bit, further down that road than we are, so I can get their advice if they've met with some of the people on our sort of short list. I think that'll be really helpful too. So I'll just do a quick belly shot for the end of the second trimester / beginning of the third trimester. Officially, my belly button is about half popped out. I don't like it. What can you do? And in certain positions, it is completely popped out, but normally, like when I'm standing, it's sort of halfway there. I thought that would take longer. I'm wearing like the world's most comfortable outfit today. It's awesome. So comfortable. So, 28 weeks. Exactly. I'm a lot bigger than I thought I would be at this point. The last month has really been incredible. Yep. I'm too tired and hungry to get my measuring tape, so I'll do that next week. I just want to thank everybody for following me thus far. We're already at the 3rd trimester. There's just so many exciting things to come. And I really appreciate everybody's comments and support, as always. And I really hope I'm able to provide some of that back. Baby dust to everybody who's trying this month. Happy almost April. Almost spring, hopefully, for all of you. The best thing about week 27, I mentioned in my last video that I had a friend from years ago coming to visit. She was our first real visitor, besides my father-in-law, to our new house. Things didn't go exactly as planned. She ended up being super, super allergic to our cats. So it was actually a little bit of a disaster in the beginning, but we still managed to have a really good weekend. And the highlight of it for me was one night she got the idea to go for dessert. And you don't have to do a lot of convincing to get me to go for dessert anyway, but I think just where I am right now, I really have a sweet tooth and I haven't had a lot of time to be baking or anything, so this was perfect. We went out and got like really rich chocolatey desserts and just talked. And that was wonderful. It was so nice to just catch up with her and sort of like indulge and just, I don't know, we just had such a good time. She's also, she's in grad school for, to become a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner. So she gave me sort of a different view on a lot of the questions I had about my health and my symptoms and this pregnancy. So that was really cool too. Good friend and bakery, you can't go wrong.